What's up guys, Chris here, back again with another video on the channel. In today's video, I want to show you guys how to make coins during the Road to the Final promo. Specifically things you guys could do on the Friday to make you guys a little bit of coins. So, before we get into the video today, if you guys can, drop a like on the video. Let's hit 100 likes. That'd be awesome. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. Turn the notification bell on. Get involved with us over on the Discord. Free guides, free trading methods, and things to do in there. And then also get involved with us over on Twitch. We're gonna do a huge stream today, probably about 8 hours long, during the Road to the Final promos. So let's get into it. Let's get into some things, what we could see today, how you guys can capitalize a little bit on certain things. First thing I'd probably be looking at is obviously between 5 and 7:30 p.m. we'll probably get a little bit of panic on, past team of the weeks, past special cards. In particular, rule breakers would be one of my go-tos for cards that I believe are going to probably drop in price today with the Road to the Final promo. Now, Road to the Final is a promo that a lot of people, there's a lot of really good players in it. It's not like a promo like rule breakers where you've got, two insane players in Royce and Pogba, the two big names, and the rest of them are kind of guys that don't really get too many special cards over the year. So what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of huge names. Now, we've already pretty much been confirmed Rashford and also Alphonso Davies. It would make sense from Alphonso Davies' point of view because I believe he's out for about 6 to 8 weeks. And Road to the Finals get +1s, I believe, or for the most part they get +1. Some cards get +2, like we saw last year with Militao, where he got a +3 on his base card, which was an 81 overall. We're going to get some sort of +1 to +3 on specific cards. And the names that we had in last year's Road to the Final team was kind of crazy. I mean, this was Team 2, I believe. We got like Thomas Partey, Gareth Bale, Martial, Jordi Alba, Goretzka, Memphis Depay. We got some really, really good names. If you go to Team 1, we had Son, Mane, Kante, Allen, Militao, Sancho, Mahrez, and Dybala. And then if you look at the bench, we got Dembele, we got Kingsley Coman. We had a lot of good players from this set. We also had Joe Gomez. Imagine if we got that SBC this year, the way that everyone likes to use Joe Gomez. That'd be insane. So you will see a little bit of a sell-off tomorrow, I think. A lot of people are also saving their packs for the drop. They didn't want to open their packs on Rewards Day because there really wasn't much in packs. So what they're going to do is they're going to all open up their packs with also the promo packs that EA is going to release. So the popular page is going to probably drop a little bit in certain golds. The ones that I can see rebounding are the guys like Rashford, guys like Kante, guys like Varane, maybe even an Aubameyang could probably rise again. The lower tiers, I would dish them out before 6 p.m. UK today. I think I would definitely take the coins on Sané's, on Lucas, on Ben Yedder, on Dembele, on even guys like, Mendy and Gomez. I don't really know how much higher those kind of guys are going to be going, anymore. I think we're kind of at that stage where these guys might be hitting their absolute peaks. Because again, they're 83 overalls. How much higher can these guys really go? I could see a lot of these guys starting to drop in price. Now, what you guys can also capitalize on is before 6 p.m. UK, if we see out-of-pack stuff go down a little bit. Now, we're not going to know about who's in the team until either you have leaks or at 6 p.m. itself. So what you can do at the start is you can go and buy whatever cards that are in the actual team. So say, for example, we get a Road to the Final Timo Werner, just for example, right? As soon as possible, go and buy Timo Werner because, again, a lot of people are going to buy into that card as long as they don't have leaks. And you'll be able to see this card probably rise in price a decent amount on Friday night. That's something you guys can be looking at. I would also be looking at probably at 6 p.m. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of pack supply. An hour or two after the pack supply kind of dries up, you could start to look at Tech Aviom trading with guys between 5K and 35K. Now, what you do there is you're going to buy a guy, let's say, for example, Leroy Sané. Okay, here's how you do this trading method. So you go to a guy like Sane on the market, and because he's like 30,000 coins, like he's there's not much tax in this. What you do is you go and try to snipe 1 to 2k under the current price, and because it's a Friday night, you know, say you buy him at like 26, right, when he's like 27.5, right, when he rebounds, and you will see a rebound, maybe it's not going to be like a 3-4k rebound, but it might be a 1k to 2k rebound, you're going to list an 1 to 2k above that price. So you're going to snipe 1 to 2k under they currently go to, but you're also going to sell at 1 to 2k higher than where they went to back up when they stopped getting supplied. So that's what you could do on golds between 5k and 35 to 40k. I would look at guys like probably Dembele to do this with, Leroy Sané, Valverde, Allen, Saint Maximin, Sissoko. When they stop dropping in price, these guys will be very good to tech Avio and trade with. In the Discord, there's going to be a full list of players you guys could do this with. And obviously, like we did with marquee matchups today, where we bought some players for tech Avio and it actually worked. That should happen again tomorrow night. So take advantage of that. Make sure you guys get chem styles on the cards, and make sure, if anything, if there's a position change on those cards as well. Another thing you guys can do, like I said in the beginning of the video, was to definitely take a look at panic selling of informs and other specials. What you do here is you look at the team itself, and you look at whatever SBCs come out, you look at whatever objectives come out, and you see if any of these guys are getting affected by those new cards. For example, if there's a right back from the Premier League that comes out, say for example Kyle Walker, he's about 500,000 coins minimum, and that probably is going to be like 800k if they did come out with a Walker. Cuadrado drops like 20k, 15k, whatever the reason may be on that, right? That could be something you guys see rebounding in the nighttime after all that panic is done, right? So take advantage of like past informs, past team of the weeks. Just so the same thing again. Thomas Partey, if there's a center mid from Serie A that gets in, but Thomas Partey goes down like 10k, that could be something you guys can look at. These guys you can buy between 5 p.m. UK time and probably about 7. I think right after that you'll start to see the market rebound again. So take advantage of panic on past team of the weeks. You know, say Firmino goes down to 215, 220. You know, maybe Milinkovic even goes to 55k, right? That could be something you guys look at. In my opinion, just looking at past team leagues. Remember, they have no supply. They're out of packs, and they could rebound with people buying them for their weekend league teams. That's another thing you can do. Now, one other thing you guys can do is invest in SBC Fire. Now, I believe Isco is going to be getting an SBC tomorrow, or we don't really know who's getting it, but they usually do release an SBC on the day one. If I were you guys, I would take advantage of buying some SBC fodder when we get pack supply. It's going to be a lot of pack supply with the save packs, with the promo packs EA puts in, and you will see these guys probably drop a little bit, so you guys can club stock 83s to 89 overall cards. Look for 2k under the current price that they're at, and you guys can club stock. The ones you want to be looking at mostly are the ones that have good nationalities and good leagues. That is something you guys can be looking at. We're going to have a lot of player of the months coming, Lewandowski, Kane, or Son, or Mbappe. And then we have icon SBCs at the end of the month. And normally EA usually put out SBCs that make fodder rise before they actually are required for certain SBCs, because they don't want people to invest in them. So you kind of want to look early on these guys, and you guys can make a good amount of coins that way. Another thing you guys can do is looking at the road to the final team and trying to flip them overnight. Now that's a call that we're going to have to make tomorrow night, but you guys can make coins by either trading with them throughout the day. Say that there's a messed up price range. Remember we talked about last week about the Lukaku. You saw Lukaku was extinct at 400,000 coins. You guys can go and, you know, buy any extinct card. They get their price range updated, and then they fly in price. And you can do that. And then you can also buy them at when they get to a low point at late night NA. And then sell them in the morning time when EU wakes up again. That's a very, very risky way of making coins, but sometimes it does work. It can be very profitable, but it can also be very, very detrimental to your coin total. Another thing you guys can be looking at is the team of the week. Now, we don't have a lot of standout names in this team of the week, but some guys, if they do get really, really low because of the pack supply, two guys I'm looking at is probably João Felix and Gnabry. If Gnabry goes down a lot, if João Felix goes down a lot, because of the marquee names in this team of the week, I might be looking at them for a little bit of a rebound that night. And we'll get into when you guys actually need to buy these cards for your team. But what I will say is these informs, some of them will rebound again, like Felix and Gnabry for me. So that's something you guys can take a look at. Another thing you guys can look at is definitely the objectives, okay? The objectives, we've seen it multiple times where Alpara went out with the MLS ones. We saw Upamecano fly on day one because of Mukiele. If you guys go into the objectives tab and they have a road to the final card that is in objectives, you guys can go and buy players either necessary for the objective. For example, win 15 matches using only Ligue 1 players in starting 11. Score 30 goals using Ligue 1 players. Assist 20 goals Ligue 1. Score in outside the box in 4 separate matches. Okay, so this one isn't really specific in the requirements, but what you're going to want to look at is if there's a crossover. If there's a 4-star skill move player that's needed, and there's a Portuguese player in the Premier League that is needed, you look for guys that have 4-star skill moves and Portuguese to complete the objective, and EA has been doing a really good job with the objectives this year. You can also look for link investments depending on how overpowered the road to the final card is. You guys can make coins that way. Again, this is all stuff at 6 p.m. you guys want to be doing. Now, I can't believe I have to say this, but if the servers do go down, whatever cards you're looking at, whether it's past Team of the Weeks, whether it's icons, whatever, make sure you guys are putting bids on these guys before the servers potentially drop. Because last couple weekends we have seen an initial drop on the servers. Last week was a little bit easier. We got on pretty quickly after. But if it does go down, you might be able to win some bids on cards. So with like 4 or 5 minutes remaining, you might be able to be one of the last ones. Bidding on the card, and you might be getting a really, really good deal that way. One last thing you guys can look at doing today is definitely the basic filter on icons. Icons should go very, very high tonight, in my opinion. So there's 2 different things you can do. You can do basic on chem style and go to whatever your budget is. So obviously my budget's like over 5 million coins. So you just go to the 59 minute and then you look and see what icons are being listed onto the market, and you should be able to make a solid amount of coins. You guys will be able to make a lot of coins on these cards if you do this filter. There's also a filter where it's kind of specific to like what it is, but you can go on like 200k max price, and you can start doing the just like snapping cards that are outright. You see how there's too many cards over the hourly here listed above 1 hour. You need to get it to the point where there's only one here. So because it's right there, 147, I'm gonna put 147 as my max bid price, and then now I can start refreshing here and seeing if new ones pop up, and you should be able to get some decent, really decent flips on icons. As long as you know the prices of these icons, you should be able to get some really good deals on them during the pack supply. I'm trying to think of other things you guys can do today. I talked to the objectives. I talked about informs, other specials, really getting involved with the panic window. You can really get involved with that, whether it's other icons or just specials in general. The guys that are going to rebound for the popular players is going to be the top tiers. Like, the only cards that will rebound tonight will probably be the top tier cards, as long as they're not getting affected by any road to the final that comes out. The guys that are like Ben Yedder, Allen, Dembele, Sane, Lucas, you may see like a 1k over a 2k recovery. Nothing crazy on these guys, and I expect these guys to also go really low in price over the next few days, as their time is coming to an end of being this expensive. They're going to continue to gradually drop in price, whereas the guys that will probably maintain their price mostly is going to be Varane, it's going to be Messi, Mbappe, Mane, and these type of guys. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching the video today. I appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy this sort of content. Drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll talk to you guys in the video soon. Peace out.